What's up, beautiful people? Hope everyone is doing great today. Y'all, today has been a busy day, a great day, and I got some really good news from my mechanic. So your girl is happy, 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 happy. I'm hungry. I have not eaten all day. I take that back. I did eat. I had fries and a Coke. Not good at all. And I really haven't been eating a lot because my husband is a creature of habit and I don't want what he's cooked since I've been here. So it is exactly, let me show you what time it is. Let's see if I could get it in here. It was 11:11. I have been seeing 11:11 quite a bit. It's an angel number. So I need to go check it out, but I have been seeing it quite often. But anyway, I'm getting ready to cook a couple of things. I'm going to cook a spinach tofu to eat tonight, and then I'm also going to make some pho. So, but that's going to be for tomorrow. And I figured we would chit chat while I am cooking. And I hope you all will enjoy this video. But before we get into it, let me know in the comments how your day has been and what you ate today, what time you ate as well. So how your day has been, what you ate today, and what time you ate. Hopefully you're not like me where you wait all day to eat. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and set your notifications and make sure you look at the videos from beginning to end. Even if you have to turn the mute button on and just let it play, because this is the only way I'm going to be able to get my videos out there. The only way YouTube is going to push these videos out there. Now let's get into this cooking because I'm hungry. This is some extra firm tofu that I have been pressing for the last couple of hours to get all the water out of it. I find that when I do that, my tofu seems to have a better, it absorbs the flavor more, especially when I use extra firm. And the other night when I cooked this was so good. So that's why I'm cooking it again tonight. And all I'm going to do, now that I got everything chopped up, I need to get me a little bag so that I can make me a little mixture to season my tofu. So let's get into what's been going on. So if you didn't see last week's video, go watch it. So I'm going to use some rice vinegar, some garlic powder, some cayenne pepper, some black pepper, some soy sauce, a little bit of ginger, and some salt. Oh, and some granulated onion. I don't measure anything, so I can't tell you how much I'm using. I just stop when the ancestors tell me to stop and go from there. And so far, that has worked out for me. And that was some cayenne pepper. I don't use a lot of salt, but I'm gonna put a little bit in here. I think I have some adobo up there. I might put some, yeah, I'm gonna put some adobo. Let me get that. Some adobo. And again, I'm not measuring. That was a little more than I needed. It came out too fast. But what's really gonna get it is this soy sauce. Once I put the soy sauce, the rice vinegar, and the honey in there, ooh, it's gonna be so good. I would use some coconut aminos, but it's too high up for me, and I don't feel like trying to find a ladder or anything. I'm just putting some wildflower honey, give it a little sweetness, because y'all saw I put that cayenne pepper in there and the soy sauce. Again, shake this. And some rice vinegar. Okay, all of that's in there. Give it a good shake and let it sit. Okay, while that is sitting, let's talk. So my mechanic said that a couple things. First, they couldn't even start to diagnose the problem because I had some work done in Rockford, Illinois when I was there. My exhaust manifold was leaking and they fixed the right and the left because it had a leak. Y'all, when I tell you that these people did not put gaskets on my exhaust manifold, I had that done in March. I haven't even driven 10,000 miles since I had that repair, which I thought was unusual that it was having the same problem. I'm like, I ain't even been nowhere because from May to now, I've actually only been in Georgia for the most part because I've been trying to figure out what's going on with this check engine light because I didn't want to get on the road and have to, I'm just shaking the tofu, and have to deal with finding somebody else to fix Nina Simone because I already had an issue with the repair that this company did. They told me that my fan clutch was the wrong one for my van. Turns out it wasn't the wrong one. And because of them telling me that and allowing them to put that fan clutch on there, that it actually tore up my AC compressor. So I ended up having to replace my AC compressor. Once we put the AC compressor on, my AC still wouldn't run right. And my mechanic was like, something's going on with your fan. And that's how we figured out that they had put the wrong fan clutch on there. So once I put the new fan clutch on there, and thank God I had a warranty on the work, but I'm going to reach out to my bank and I'm going to reach out to the company and I'm going to see about, I need to get my money back because I shouldn't even had to even do that. I need to get my money back. I need my coins back because you caused me to have to buy a $300 AC compressor and then pay $400 plus to get it put in. So you cost me money. But anywho, the exhaust manifold, this is what they did. Instead of them putting gaskets on, look at what they did. They actually put some red type of epoxy type stuff to make a gasket. And then they didn't even seal it all the way around. When my mechanic here called me and told me, he was like, Tracy, I don't know why didn't they put gaskets on? I was like, I thought they did put gaskets on. You know, when I looked at the bill and I saw the breakdown, the itemization of the parts, it said gasket maker. I didn't think it was they were making a gasket. I had never heard of that. So yeah, anywho, now that they identified what is going on with my exhaust manifold, they can address what was going on with the check engine light. which he told me today, they did run the compression test. If you don't know, Nina Simone is an 8-cylinder engine. She's a beast, right? So they did the compression test on the cylinders to make sure my heads were right. He said my heads were doing great. 2 of my heads, you know, they're showing a little sign of wear, but she's a 97, and I have been driving her probably harder than she's ever been driven. I bought her and she had a little under, almost 110,000 miles on her. She now has 148,000 miles on her. So I've put some miles on her since I bought her in 2022. So, and I don't know how she was cared for prior to. I do know that she was a property of the state of Virginia for her first 7 to 10 years of her life. And then she was probably auctioned off. So she was very well taken care of the first 7 to 10 years. And what happened between that with the people that owned her, I don't know, because they didn't provide me with any maintenance records. But I do know that typically the state takes care of their vehicles. Let me get the spinach going, and then we're going to finish this conversation. I'm going to saute some fresh minced garlic and some onions. I like chunky vegetables in my food. I like to see my vegetables. I know that's kind of crazy. If you're like that, let me know, because I like to see, you know, the size of them. I need to know I need to be able to feel it on my fork. I want to know I'm eating some food. Probably should have cut these a little smaller. I forgot that I hadn't chopped up my green onion. Got to put that in there. So anyway, now that we know that the cylinders, or the head, all the 8 cylinders are good to go, I'm not worried that I need an engine. However, what he's thinking is that somehow, even though I had to put a new fuel pump in there, and if you know anything about the older vans and things, especially the Dodges, you have to drop the entire fuel tank, and there is no separate filter, at least not on my year model. So I hope and pray that there's nothing wrong with my fuel pump, because I just had that put on, and I have about 3/4 of a tank of gas in Nina Simone. I would have to drive that gas out and basically waste it, and I don't want to do that because I did that once before, and that's a pain. Let me put these onions in. I said onions, these are actually peppers. Green peppers at that. I think I'm gonna cut the rest of it up and put it in. Alrighty. Gonna let that cook for a little bit. So Yeah, I'm so excited to hear that the issue is not the engine, because that would have definitely meant that I wouldn't be able to get on the road anytime soon, because that's an expensive repair. And who knows how long it would take for them to do it. Ooh, I wish y'all could smell these. I'm going to drop these in the air fryer. And then I'm going to toss these in with my spinach mixture, so I'll have some protein. All right, we got to put the spinach in now. I love spinach, but it is so frustrating because you have all of this spinach, and then when it finished cooking, it looks like you got 2 or 3 pieces. But this is going to be so good. I can't wait to munch on it. On another note, I was thinking about replacing my microwave in Nina Simone with a Gourmet convection oven, air fryer, whatnot. But y'all, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it because the heat, let me show you. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it, however, because the heat on top of here, that's not too bad, but just the heat on here is a lot, and on the sides, and I only have so much room, so, and I can't pull it in and out unless I have my builder create a moving spot. I don't know, I'm gonna have to see about that. The reason for me considering replacing the microwave with something that could do everything was just because of that. I have an air fryer, I have an Instapot, pressure cooker, and I have the microwave. If I had one thing that could do everything, especially in the summer when it's hot, because I can't really cook in the summer without burning up. And if I had something that was an all-in-one, it wouldn't get so hot in there while I'm cooking. Because being plant-based, I gotta cook, especially after seeing that some of the so-called plant-based food doesn't even spoil or mold after years. And if you haven't seen that short, I will link it because, yeah, anyway. I'm just waiting on the tofu to finish getting a little brown and a little crispy. And then I can eat my food. But y'all, wasn't that some good news, finding out that it's not my engine? Woo, I was really praying. You know, Mother, Father, God was like, she done been through enough. We gon' see, we gonna fix this. We gonna make it work out. But I still am not out of the woods because we don't really know what it is. And I'm hoping that once the other things are done that the mechanic needs to do, and he's able to test the mixture of the fuel, the volume of the fuel that's going to the heads and all of that, that it's going to be a quick economical fix. Because I've already spent a ton of money getting her fixed, and I need her to not cost me a whole lot more money. Let's see how the spinach is looking. Ooh, that looks delicious. You can definitely see the turmeric in it. This is my meal for tonight. It looks so delicious. Let's see how good it is. See what I mean? Got to get them chunks. Got that mushroom. Yes. Got a little kick. I think I put too much cayenne pepper. But it's good. Get a bite. I know you like, I don't like tofu. I didn't used to like tofu either. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. I have a friend. He's been vegetarian for a while. And he would eat tofu, and I just never could get into it. Maybe it was his seasoning. I really don't know. But now that I have mastered it for myself, excuse me. That's weird. Maybe it's the pepper, or maybe I'm growing. Anyway, I'm going to eat this food, and then I'm going to go get some work done because, okay. I still have work. Y'all, I can't not get rid of this hiccup. I mean, literally, it just started. Y'all notice when I started eating. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I just want to say thank you because I know that the prayers that you all sent up on my behalf from last week's video sharing about the issues with Nina Simone has a great bearing on why I got the good news. Now, we're not out of the woods because we're not on the road yet. However, I feel so much more relieved knowing that I do not have to get an engine, that my engine is not bad, and she still has a lot of life and a lot of get up and go in her. So thank you so very much for those prayers and the well wishes. If you're new to my channel, I'm going to need you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and set your notifications and make sure you look at the videos from beginning to end. Even if you have to turn the mute button on and just let it play, because this is the only way I'm going to be able to get my videos out there. The only way YouTube is going to push these videos out there. And you know, many of us small creators, especially Black creators, it is not easy growing our channels. We can probably count a few on our hand who've been able to grow a large following. And I'm not so much worried about the subscribership as I am the views watching it. You know, if I make a 20-minute video, I want to at least have people drop off at 10 minutes, not 30 seconds. So thank you in advance for watching the videos from beginning to end. Until the next video, hopefully I have an even better update for you and even more content. I love you, and I need you to do me a favor and continue to plant those seeds that are going to propel you forward so that you can continue to grow, thrive, and flourish. Y'all know I want the best for you just like I want the best for me, but I can't want it more than you. But I'm going to pray for you. I know it may be a little bit hard, but you can do it. I believe in you. All right? I love you, and I will see you in the next video. You all take care.